What's up, everybody? Good morning. Today I'm in Charleston, South Carolina. We are, me. I don't see anybody else here unless I got a mouse in my pocket. I'm speaking at an event today put on by eHouse Studios, and they're a Shopify Plus partner, and they're an agency to help build stores and do things like that. But they partnered up with Shopify to put on this event, and they've invited me to come speak at the event, talk about our success on the Shopify platform, amongst a few other things. So I'm super excited. It's sold out. Should be a lot of people there. I'm excited to meet a lot of folks and talk about e-commerce and marketing and all the things necessary to make that world work best for you. So, but before I head in there, I absolutely 100% need to go get some coffee, and I think I saw a coffee shop right around this corner, so I'm sort of pumped about that. Are they gonna be open this time? Test. Okay, now I feel like I can go speak to these people and get on with the day. So, that's me. We're in the right place. Check, check, check. What's up, Charleston? How we doing? Yeah, I thought we were gonna have to bring in some coffee from Death Wish here, get you guys alive. What's up, guys? My name is Beav Brodie, and I'm the founder and co-owner of a small company called Tactical Baby Gear. And what we do is we design and manufacture military-style diaper bags for dads. You did hear that right? Right? Like everybody's like, wait, what did he just say? We do military-style diaper bags for dads, and talk about kind of the big picture of what e-commerce looks like to us and how we've grown so rapidly and how we're scaling and things like that. It has grown tremendously in the past several years, and I want to tell you a little bit more about how we've done that, how we've scaled, and what our key pillars are, and how every piece of the puzzle has to work together. You have to have all those pieces of the puzzle in place to see the big picture of what your business looks like. And I think, so I'm gonna kind of touch on a lot of the subjects that everyone else is talking more in depth about email marketing, about customer service, and how they all work together. And then you guys will hear more from the other talkers and speakers more in depth about each one of those things. So marketing, conversion rate optimization, fulfillment, and experience, I feel are the key pillars. Marketing, obviously you need to tell people about your product and let them know that it exists and kind of get them thinking about it, thinking about, they want or need your product. How are you gonna do that? You're sending them to your website, which then comes down into conversion rate optimization. Once they've landed on your website, what are you gonna do with their attention? Are you gonna be able to funnel them through your website in a way that makes sense, that's easy for them to make a purchase, that's not confusing, that's very frictionless and all that kind of stuff? And then fulfillment, once they've actually placed an order, who's filling that order? Are you doing it in-house? Are you subbing that out to a fulfillment center? And then what the customer experience was like. Did you have to deal with customer service issues? Are they gonna be happy with that? Are they gonna come back and buy from you again? Are they gonna leave a positive review? These are all the kind of things that we need to be thinking about throughout the entire process, not just one aspect or another. So I drew what I think is the controlled chaos of e-commerce and how it all works and plays together. Let me get a show of hands. I want to get a little bit better idea of what kind of people I'm dealing with in here so I can get a good context. Who is just starting out and kind of like still trying to figure things out in here? Is there a lot of those? Many of those? Any of those? One? Okay, couple. And then most of you, I guess, have been in this for several years, I imagine, and you're doing pretty well, but you're trying to figure out how to grow more, scale more, or figure out different aspects of the business, I imagine. Yeah? Okay, cool. Well, then this will still be good. So, obviously in the middle, what we've got is your epic website. It's everything that you want, and all that kind of stuff. And we're gonna assume I'm gonna play out a few scenarios, I think is the best way to explain some of this stuff. You know, a customer in the ideal world, right? A customer says, I want this product. They just inherently go to your website because they already know your product name and brand or the URL without ever being told about it. They go to your website, they make a purchase, and it's effortless for you, right? That never works, that never happens. That doesn't exist really, especially in e-commerce today where there's so much noise and you're trying to break through that noise, especially in competitive markets where you are not the only one playing on the field. So they've come to your website, you've retargeted them, they've come back, maybe you got an email address from them, you've incentivized something as an abandoned cart email. So this is where all these things start to come in place. If you don't have email set up, you don't have a good email marketing platform that offers a whole drip of abandoned cart email flow to get people to come back and finally make a purchase, right? So if you're missing that pillar of it, you might completely miss out on that conversion because you're not able to hit them with abandoned carts, incentivize them to come back, and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of other things that contribute obviously to your website and conversions, like reviews. Do you have reviews on your website? That give you social proof. Same with social media. A lot of that stuff is just social proof to show that other people enjoy your product, to show that they had a good experience with you, to prove that you're not some weird hacky Chinese website just taking somebody's money, that you're gonna actually deliver the product and all that kind of stuff. So there needs to be a trust factor there, and reviews help tremendously in that trust factor. They feel comfortable spending their money with you. And hopefully by the time they've got the product, they're a super happy customer, they're gonna leave a positive review, which will help funnel everything else and keep things going. They're going to talk about it on social media, which will put more people to your website and give you more of that social proof and yada, 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 right? And it's just a constant cycle of all that stuff. If one of those isn't, like if you don't have one of those things in place, the machine kind of gets broken, because all of these things also contribute to the overall conversion rate. Email flows, post-purchase flows, upsell, post-purchase, upsell emails, all that kind of stuff help contribute to your overall conversion rate. If your conversion rate is down, and you know that if we can increase our conversion rate by 0.5%, well, by the number of traffic we get, that means we're gonna have this many more orders, and that's a lot more revenue, and hell yeah, how do we get our conversion rate up? Maybe you get with a Shopify Plus partner, and they help you figure that out. You go through the website and all that kind of stuff, you find broken things, or realize you need better product videos or product images. All these things contribute to your conversion rate, right? Well, what if by sending emails for free because you're segmenting it, that you bought this, but you didn't buy that, and most people that buy this buy that, so let's send them an email to buy this because it goes really well with that. You're like, oh, duh. So now these things that are just automatic flows that are happening behind the scenes, you don't have to think about. You're not sitting there on a Saturday night, oh, let's try to sell a bunch of these, send this email to everybody. It's happening automatically. You're not thinking about it, and it improves your overall daily conversion rates because it's just happening. It's a well-oiled machine. So once all these pieces of their puzzle in place, a lot of things just happen that you don't have to think about. Google AdWords. Let me, I know that we're tight on time, but give me just another second. Google AdWords is not a thing. So search engine is huge, right? Because let me give you guys a scenario that I see all the time because I have a gifted product, and maybe it's a little bit different for some of your businesses, but I want to put it out there. I expose my product and brand to people through Facebook and Instagram. It's not always the person that sees it that is the person that's buying it. A lot of times it's a screenshot and sent to their, oh my God, you have to get this. That person then either goes to tacticalbabygear.com or they're going to Google. So when you guys are looking at metrics on Facebook ads, the math in marketing doesn't always make sense. And that's where CMOs and CFOs are just bashing their heads. Well, what's the ROI on this Facebook ad? Like, my math doesn't always make sense, and my partner's like, hey, we spent a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, but look at the revenue. Look at the revenue. I know this metric doesn't make total sense, but it's because people are screenshotting it, putting it on a registry, and it's being purchased not through a Facebook ad, but they're being exposed to it through a Facebook ad. So that's where Google AdWords is huge, because they're like, oh, what was that? what was that military diaper bag that I saw on Facebook? You know, and then here comes the ad, right? So we scoop them up on the Google AdWords side of it, and it's not necessarily a conversion through social media, but that's why I have social media pointing to search engines, because there's that crossover, right? But it doesn't always make sense math-wise in those metrics. So be mindful of that you still have to expose people to your product and to your brand, and they're still going to get back to you potentially in a different way than how they found you. I encourage all of you to make sure, if you're not, spend more money on social media and find a really good Shopify partner to help you with your website, because if your website isn't selling your product well, you're gonna lose.